Alright, so I'm going to explain my workout. So, this is called a leg press. You only have to go to 90 and then back up, and don't fully extend your knees because that puts you in a bad position. And if you go heavy enough, you could potentially break something, right? And that's not what we want. Before this, I was going a little bit too low. And because I hurt my Achilles, the way I had to walk made my hip flexors extremely tight. So when your hip flexors are extremely tight, it'll compromise your back, and your back will take much more load than it needs to. Therefore, it makes it a lot easier to hurt your back. So to fix that, you get your hip flexors so they aren't so tight by a lot of stretching and working on like your hamstrings and your glutes. And generally speaking, when you want to build muscle, you want the rest to be very low. The best way to build muscle, honestly, is to rest either no rest via drop set, pyramid, or a rep scheme like 15, increase the weight, and then 12 reps, increase the weight 8 reps, then you're going to rest, and then go back up the same way, 8, 12, 15. So the 8 should be extremely hard and almost impossible, if not impossible the first time you do it. So it gives you something to work on, and then you come back down to that 15, that would be the hardest one, but you know the weight's light so you can get it. And I decided to switch up my deadlifts this time to sets of 3 because I lost a lot of strength. When I was 165, just like a few months ago, I could rep out 495, right? And now 400 pounds seems difficult. It's because I started doing higher reps. So I have a theory I'm working on that if you do lower reps, it's much more beneficial for strength. Well, that people know that. That's fact. But it's more beneficial for me specifically for the deadlift to get power. And if you want to build more muscle, I don't think the 8 to 12 reps is appropriate when it comes to deadlift or trap bar deadlift. I think a rep range of 15 to 20 will be way more beneficial for actually putting on muscle if that's your goal with your deadlifts, opposed to strength. The more reps you use, the less strength you're going to build. So I would say anywhere between 3 to 5 reps is perfect. And this is hip thrust. Normally I only rest a minute in between. Because to me, if your body doesn't drop after your set by the second set, then the weight's too light. And what I do is I go full power up, and then I very slowly control the weight. And same with these things. I go fast, and then I control the weight. This speed is up like 3.50 or something like that. So, yeah, I keep all my reps in that optimal range, maybe a little bit higher. So, like, this is just a set of 10. And time under tension was probably a minute or so, maybe a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, normally I would do 4. But since I'm a little bit heavier on hip thrust, my hamstrings felt a little bit tired, plus the set of 20, which I just added. And this is the main lift to get me back, is calf raises. Because since I hurt my right Achilles, and then I sprained both ankles, it's very important I build that strength back up. I don't have the endurance or the strength in my right leg. I feel like once I get back to at least 400 pounds, then I should be good as new. Once I get my vertical back to 32 to 34 inch standing vertical, and I can start my sprint training, get right back on track. And I feel like I'd be stronger when I finally recover than when I was before.